everyone, welcome back to Adobe Live. My name is Melody, I'm your host, and today I'm here with Arsha Kiani. Hello.
Hey guys.
Yay, I'm so excited to have you here. We're going to be doing some cool stuff in XD, and hello to everyone in the chat who is joining us. Greg, Brittany, Joel, Tim, Hugo, Cars, Samuel, Cindy, Sarah. Hello everyone, it's so nice to see some familiar names and avatars as well. Thank you all for joining us. So today we are also going to be doing a chat and win giveaway like we usually do, and that'll be in about 30 minutes. And to win or to have a chance to win, all you have to do is just be active in the chat. If you have any design questions, please let us know, or you can say hi. Let us know where you're watching from. If this is your first time watching, please let us know, and you can have a chance to win 100 free stickers from Sticker Mule, which is such an awesome prize, and that'll be in about 30 minutes. Yay, oh, there's so many people. Hi, Jennifer, Hugo, another Cindy, Lindsay, Bill, Steve, Rifki, Ginger, hello. And we are also going to be reviewing your challenges for the XD Daily Creative Challenge at the end of our stream, so in about an hour and a half. And if you haven't joined the Daily Creative Challenge, you can find out more information on the landing page, which is at behance.net/challenge/XD. And basically, it's a 2-week challenge where you can improve your UI and UX skills and improve your XD skills and learn more about how to use the tool and everything. And it's a really great challenge, and you can join our Discord community and get feedback on your designs, and the community is so amazing. We have 11,000 people, which is so awesome. I love our Discord, it's the best. And these are all the challenges that we've had. So the theme for this challenge is a travel website and mobile app now. So at the beginning, you started off creating a travel website, and then you transformed it into a mobile app. And today's challenge is to do a travel booking experience for mobile. So I'm really excited. Howard was just live right before us showing you how to get started. And if you have been working on this challenge, even if you're not caught up to today, that's totally fine. You can submit what you've been working on Discord. And if you haven't joined our Discord, you can head over to the Discord link. It's bit.ly/XD Discord. Yay, thanks, Paco. So if you head over to this link, you can join our Discord and share your designs. And we will be looking over them in about an hour and a half and giving you some feedback. And there's been some amazing designs and really cool animations, splash screens, and everything. So super excited to see what you all come up with for today. And yay! Now I'll pass it off to Arsha if you want to introduce yourself and let us know a little bit about you and what you're going to be working on.
Yeah, hey guys, I'm Arsha. I'm a designer from Seattle, and I run a site called Kiani Studios where I help tech companies with their product and marketing design. And today what we'll be working on is a mobile banking app, and the reason I chose that is because I tried finding like the most boring app I could find, the most like poorly designed app I could find on my phone, because it's more of like a challenge to try to make that interesting and into something that people actually want to use. So today what we'll be doing is just focusing on like the UX, the wireframe process, and it's kind of like just like a minimum viable product, because it's kind of a complex app. If you're going to design the whole thing, it's going to be like too long for this show, so it's just like it's just like 8 screens that I and I have some sketches already down. But and tomorrow we're going to be working in we're going to be delving into the visual design, the look and feel aspects, which is what I'm trying to make. I'm trying to make the focus of this project mostly on like the visual design side of things. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. So yeah, so excited to be here and excited to be doing this.
Yeah, I'm super excited to have you here and excited to see how you're going to design a banking app, because I know the banking apps that I've used are kind of complicated and a little boring, but it'll be cool to see your take on it. So I'm excited. Do you want to show your sketches?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let me get the GoPro. Here.
Is it yeah.
So it's right side up. Yeah, so it's good.
All right, so yeah, so it's this, and yeah, and this.
Nice. Cool. Do you want to like go over what you sketched out and how you, maybe like a little bit about your process and how you get started with sketching?
Yeah, so my process is pretty like informal. It's really intuitive. I kind of go off the top of my head and I just like design things based on just how I would think it's like it would be easy to use. And I sometimes look at like inspiration. There's a lot of like places like Collect UI. There's like a lot of Dribble. There's a lot of places where you can get inspiration. But like before like starting, when I'm starting, like I try to just be as intuitive as possible. Just like be with the flow and just design off the top of my head. And then this isn't actually the first sketch. So I had my early sketches on another notepad. This is why it looks so clean, like it's not messy. It's because like that, in the other one it's like super messy. So I usually when I do something, I don't start with like a UI kit or anything like that, because UI is actually my like is mostly my passion. It's not the UX component, it's the UI component that's mostly my passion. So I like creating that myself, and so some screens I have like different UI elements, different fonts and stuff like that than other screens, and then I just kind of like weave out, I just like eliminate the ones I don't like, and then the ones that I do like went out, and then now it looks uniform, so on this one.
It looks really nice and organized. Yeah, Sarah's saying, I like how clean the layout is.
Oh, thanks, Sarah.
Cool. Nice, yeah, these are awesome. Can I turn it over?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool, and then is this showing like the full screen, or would you like scroll?
Yeah, it's the
to
full screen that you would scroll. So I would have like the bottom bar over here would be like fixed, but then you can like scroll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's just like a minimum viable product. I mean, like if you look at any bank app, there's like gonna be way more stuff, but I'm not gonna focus on that part because it's just gonna be like the visual design I'm gonna be focusing on.
Awesome. Nice. So, do you want to get started with the XD?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, we should name it first.
Can you make it full screen, please?
Yeah, of course.
Thanks.
All right. So for now, I'm just gonna call it something simple.
Like the name of the app?
Yeah, the name.
Ooh,
so
maybe the people watching at home can help us with the name.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah,
you have
you guys
any
can help
like
out.
bank app names, please let us know, or like financial sounding names.
Yeah, like startup-y, one word kind of. I'm gonna call it money for now, because it's to the point. You know, it's like it's what it's about. So yeah, like a lot of startups have like one word names, like the Cash App.
Sometimes with no vowel, or like a vowel has been removed.
Oh yeah, yeah.
For whatever reason. Oh, cars, that's a good one. Bank with a Q.
That
does sound startup-y.
I saw this one that was called like Zeros.
Really?
So yeah, so it's like see one word and it's like, okay, that's pretty cool, it makes sense, and yeah.
Cool. Piggy bank. That's a cute one.
Yeah, it's good.
Piggy without the E, or spelled I-E, but without the E, or just spelled without.
Oh.
Nice. That's a good one too.
Yeah, I'm still getting used to the size of this keyboard.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my laptop is like pretty small, so I have my trackpad is like this big.
Yeah.
But it works for me. Oh, Erica has one. iBank.
iBank, nice. I keep forgetting the shortcut for the grid.
Oh, I think it's Command. I always forget shortcuts. But if you want to turn it on, select the artboard. And then if you go to
I think that's what I was missing. No. Yeah, there, there we go.
It's Command apostrophe or?
Command Shift apostrophe.
Okay. Cool, thanks. Cash and carry. Ooh. It's also a good one.
Man, so many good ones.
eBank.
How do you pick?
I know. Give us yo loot.
Give us your
good
loot.
one.
Is it yo like?
Yeah.
Like
Y-O apostrophe. Ka-ching. That's also a good one.
Ka-ching.
Oh yeah, cars. It is. Oh wait, car. The to turn the grid on or like this grid, it's Command apostrophe and then Command Shift apostrophe is the layout grid. So
okay. Yeah, I just do like the basic, just like the sides. Because then I don't like using the grids too much because it kind of like I don't know stifles my creativity.
It's very
I think.
intricate.
Yeah.
B-Bank. Oh, it kind of like Behance. Cool. We have a question. I have to design for one app, but I can't do the coding part. Can I learn app development?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of resources online to learn really just about anything. I actually started, before I started designing, I started coding. And what I would do is, there's like these live view websites where you can type in some code and then instantly see the, you know those? Yeah, so I started with that. I would like right click on websites, like popular websites like Google, Facebook, not Google, it's too complex, so like other stuff. And then I would like mess with like the code and I would see, I would learn that way by just like messing around with the code. So I really recommend that.
Cool. And you said you learned a lot of like the UX and UI stuff on your own. Do you have
I learned everything on my own, yeah.
Any tips for anyone watching that is learning on their own?
Yeah, I have a lot of tips. I guess first thing is, it depends like what you're doing, if it's like UI UX, like if it's just, if it's, you gotta pick like what you wanna focus on. And then I would say go to like something like Behance, and then look at like the top viewed projects that are published, and then because you're seeing like the best of the best, the cream of the crop, and so from there you can just like build collections and just like fully immerse yourself into those designs. And then I would say also like just start experimenting with it. Like it doesn't have to be good, you know. It's the whole thing is like you'll learn so much by just like failing, and it will get better as opposed to like trying to get it perfectly in the first try.
Yeah. So there's a question from Khawaja. I think I said that right. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but they're asking, how did you get into UI and UX?
So I've always been interested in art. My mom was actually a painter. So I was always like surrounded by art, and then like instead of like playing with toys when I was a kid, I would like have art supplies.
Nice.
And I did like painting and like sketches and stuff like that. And the way I got into UX UI is actually, so I started coding like I mentioned, and I quickly moved in. So my uncle got me Photoshop. He had a tech background too, so he got me Photoshop.
Cool.
And I started just like messing around with it and learning all the tools and looking at tutorials and all that good stuff. Yeah, so and you know I started. So when I was coding, I was doing websites. I was learning how to develop websites, and so then I got into like designing websites. And then it actually, like when it comes to apps, this is actually my second app. So I've mostly been a website designer, and so I'm trying to move more into like apps. I think it's more fun.
Yeah.
So.
Cool. Do you think you prefer like UX and UI over coding?
Oh yeah, big time. Because I've always like been more of a with coding. Like, there's like three things that I really like more than anything, and it's business, it's design, and it's technology. And so that's why like my company, it's like the intersection of those three, like where they all merge. And so with like coding, I like it because I love technology, but I'm more of a designer.
Cool.
Yeah. It's why is it showing? Oh, okay.
Chris is asking, how long does it take to develop an app?
I mean, it depends what the app is, for like, because it depends on like not only like the subject of the app, but like how many screens it is, and who it's for, and a lot of different factors. So it really varies. But you know, it can take anywhere from like a few hours to like months.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's a pretty big
Wow.
spectrum.
Yeah.
You get like the font sizes down first.
Okay, I'm gonna start a list of the app names, and if anyone is just joining us, if you have any app name ideas for a banking app, let us know in the chat and I'm gonna write them down and we can pick one that you like.
All right.
We have another question. Where can I learn UI and UX designing? Or yeah, where can I learn UI and UX design?
There's a lot of websites online if you just Google like UI UX tutorials. Actually, YouTube is probably the best, so you can watch videos and it's more engaging and fun that way. But I would say before doing all of that, just mess around with it. Just like get XD and just like start messing around. And I would say like look at apps that you like using, and then try to like build something like that, or look at challenges. There's a lot of challenges, like daily UI is a really good challenge. Do you know about that?
Yeah.
So look at that, Google that, daily UI, and you can see like the different prompts. They give you like a prompt, like design a splash screen, like a login screen or whatnot. They have like, I think like 100 different challenges.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's also a good way.
Yeah.
I would recommend the XD Daily Creative Challenge. Is similar to Daily UI, but it's kind of more focused on a specific theme, and they give you like prompts for each day, and then it kind of helps you think about who the user is, whereas like Daily UI, it's kind of more like, how would you visually design this? And there's not really any context for who you're designing it for. So I think if you are participating in the XD Daily Creative Challenge, that's a really great way to get started and also create something for your portfolio if you're new. And it's a great project to add, and it's really cool to like look back on those projects once you have done more projects. And yes, thank you, Tim, for sharing the link for the challenge. It's just behance.net/challenge/XD if you want to sign up. The one that currently is going on is going to end in 2 days on Friday, but there's going to be a new challenge next week. So yeah. Adobe XD is free, so if you don't have XD yet, you can download it for free, and so the starter plan is free. Thanks, Tim. And get started and see if you like XD and if you want to purchase it with the Creative Cloud subscription. Also, I want to mention Howard's website, letsxd.com, is also a really great resource for learning how to use XD, and also can help you with your UI and UX skills as well. And he has amazing video tutorials, so highly recommend that website. Cash Behance. for an app name.
Cash
Adobe Bank.
yes. Adobe Bank.
Nice.
Adobe's bank.
Yeah. Sarah is asking a question. Who is the end user for your imaginary bank?
Oh, it's gonna be like targeted towards millennials, so like a younger demographic. I mean, like really, if you want to design a really good app, anybody should use it. Everybody should use it, but it's gonna be geared toward like a younger audience, kind of like us, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, Greg is saying, I'm so behind on the challenges that I decided not to stress about the time frame and build this travel project as a personal one. That's amazing. Yeah, these challenges are not like restrictive with time, so you can really take your time with them and build them. You can take however long you want. And now the past challenges are going to be available to look back on. Previously they weren't, and every time we got a new challenge, the old one would kind of disappear. But now you can still find old challenges, so if you're still working on them, that's awesome. And we do have a past challenge feedback section on Discord, so if you're working on older challenges, you can still get feedback on them as well. XD Cash as one of the names. Nice.
Wait, it just got inverted, I think.
What happened?
The mouse? Oh.
Oh. Is it
That's fine.
Is it working?
That's fine.
Okay.
Oh wait. Okay.
Ooh, Digit. That's a cool app name. I like that,
That
Sarah.
is. Yeah.
Thank you. We have a question for you, Arsha. What, wait, where did it go? Okay, the question is gone, but if you have a question, please ask that again.
Did it just disappear?
Yeah, it just disappeared. Cashbee. Ooh, that's a good one too. Oh, someone said R-Cash. Get it? Kind of similar to your name. X Ash.
That's funny.
I don't know how to pronounce that. Totally Real Banking TM.
Kind of a long name.
Yeah. Kirk is asking, do you use a pixel grid?
I don't use a pic. Actually, for the longest time, I don't use any grid, and obviously, like it takes longer, but it's I kind of like try to be as limitless as possible. And then if there's like a needed system that I need to integrate it into, I do it at the end, and then I make everything congruent at the end so that like it doesn't stop the flow of creativity.
Jake's asking, can you just do an old challenge to learn how to use the app? Of course, absolutely. And all the old challenges have the videos that go along with them. So if you want to get inspiration or kind of learn how to use XD through watching the video, you can totally do that as well. And we do provide starter files, so you don't have to start all the way from scratch. So Noel's saying cash, but replace the C with an X. I don't know how to even try to pronounce that. We have,
Zash.
Yeah, Zash. How do you decide the layout of the project?
The layout of the project, yes. So I do it like so I basically have, after like just looking at so many apps over the years, I've built this sort of like database in my mind where it's like I kind of know what looks good, what I would want to use. So I would basically just get into the shoes of like the user and become the user, and then from that perspective, I would say, what are my needs, what are my goals, and then design from there. Sometimes I have like more of a plan. Like if I'm working for like with a client, then I definitely have a more planned out process, so things go faster and it's more efficient. But a lot of my work, like on my portfolio, which like my clients, I get my clients from my portfolio on Behance. So and a lot of those are like passion projects. So
Nice.
yeah, with passion projects, I just like flow with it and have fun with it.
Cool. That's awesome. We have a question from Greg. What is your take on wireframing? Is it always an essential part of designing, or can we go to some mid to high fidelity designs?
Yeah, so I don't always like, especially for passion projects, I don't really spend too much time on wireframing. I go I delve into the visual design because it's more fun, and it's not that fun for me to do wireframes. And sometimes it actually turns out better when I just like dive in and don't really plan out. Don't be like too structured and limited, you know? Because like, what if like I do something, I do like a wireframe, and then like 4 hours later, like I already set limitations, and then like 4 hours later, I get some inspiration. Well, now it's like I've already built like the rule set. So yeah, I don't always do wireframes. A lot of my best work, like one of the projects that I won some awards on that has resulted in all my clients in the past year,
Nice.
I didn't have any wireframes. So I just
Ooh.
delved into visual design.
Cool. There's a few questions. What is the end goal for this challenge? So I don't know if you're asking about the XD Daily Creative Challenge. If you are, the end goal is basically to have a portfolio piece to add to your portfolio and to learn more skills, UI UX skills, and learn how to use XD. And then we have another question for you, Arsha. Which tools and methods do you use to reach users' needs?
To reach users' needs, tools. What do you think he means by that? Like, because there's a lot of different, like UX wise, or like
maybe. Do you mean like user research methods or like usability testing? For me, when I think of users' needs, I think about like talking to users and learning more about
like
what
the
they
research
want.
phase.
Yeah, maybe they're asking.
Yeah,
about that.
so definitely like researching what, like, you know, there's like a lot of different methods, user personas, like getting into figuring out who it is. And before all of that, you figure out, okay, what is it, like what are you selling, what is it about, and then who is this for, and then like why those people should care. I guess not if you're designing an app because they already know what the app is, but if like you're designing a landing page and they don't know what it is, then you would need to like explain why they should be interested, why they should choose that over another like competitor or something, and then go from there and then get into the shoes of the like audience group, and then from there, from that perspective, do the planning and design.
Cool. Awesome. So it's actually chat and win time. So everyone in the chat, if you haven't said hi yet, say hi, let us know where you're watching from, and you can have a chance to win 100 custom stickers from Sticker Mule, and we will be right back. We're back! Yay! We have some cool app names that I see. Dinero, and then there was Banks with an X. Cool. Oh, hello from the Netherlands. Awesome. Arizona, Austin, Chicago, Pakistan. 105. Is that 105 degrees, Jennifer? That's so hot. Hello from Boston. Another one from Pakistan. Cool. It was 115 yesterday. Oh my God, where do you live, Jennifer? Kenya, Sweden. Game of Banks. That's another good one. London, Wisconsin. That's so cool. We are in San Francisco, California. Oh, we have a winner, Jennifer L. Thompson. I think Jennifer, you were the one that said it was 115 degrees, but congratulations. Yay, you're gonna be winning 100 free custom stickers from Sticker Mule, and someone will be in touch with you on Behance with more details about that. And for those of you that did not win, you can still have a chance to try out some Sticker Mule stickers. If you head over to stickermule.com/Adobe Live 19, you can get 10 stickers for only $1. So it's still a great way to try out some stickers. Yay, cool. We have a good question from Lindsay. How important would you say UX UI design experience is to getting a UX UI job? I have design experience, but very limited in UX and UI specific design.
So how important learning UI UX is to getting
like how important is UI UX experience before you get
that kind of job?
Yeah.
I would say it's pretty important. Like if your portfolio has like different, I guess it depends on the level of like job it is. Like if it's a very entry level job, maybe if you have like different types of designs, like in different fields, then, and if that's like really good, then an employer would be like, okay, so then it's not gonna take you that much time to like learn UI UX because you already are, you have like a pretty good intuitive sense of general just design, and then you can apply that to UI UX and just learn like the surface level skills, like the tools, how to use the tools and stuff like that. This is mostly about becoming a good designer as opposed to like a specific, I mean, it depends. Like when it comes to like visual design, I guess that what I'm talking about applies more to that. With like UX, it's more about like research, psychology, it's a lot of different things, so it takes more time. But yeah, it just depends what you're trying to get. But yeah, I'd say like if you have that base skill, that base foundation of design, then you'd have a pretty good chance of getting like an entry-level job.
Yeah, I would say if you have some design experience, I would kind of make your portfolio kind of showcase the experience that you do have and how that can apply to a UX or UI specific role. And I think just showing that, because I feel like a lot of different fields can relate into UI and UX, and I think showcasing that on your portfolio is really important. So I just see your new comment, Lindsay. So you do print and web, but most of my web design is graphics and editing code, not building out a design from scratch. I think that's super, super relevant. And I would just maybe talk about like the user and kind of if you did any research or if you worked with researchers, kind of adding that would help on the UX side to showcase that. But I think, yeah, and also what Arsha said is also really great advice as well. Brittany says, I feel a lot of art jobs expect you to do all things art like it's the same when it's not. I'm not familiar with like art jobs. Does UX? I don't think UX UI counts, or I don't know. It can.
I think it means like design jobs.
Yeah. Abdul Rahman is asking, best books for UI and UX designs. Do you have any book recommendations?
I don't. So most of my knowledge comes from just experimenting. Like I'd say it's like 70-80% experimenting, and then the rest, I'd say even more, like 90%. And then the rest is like online. So I do all my research for everything online. Because I mean, like you can get the same, like you can look at PDFs online, you can look at online books, I guess like maybe I have read some books, but that was like long ago. It was like a long time ago. I don't really remember. But yeah, I'd say it's mostly, it's way more important to like dive in and just mess around and learn that way. So it's like immersing yourself. Like they say a lot of like languages, you learn that better if you like go to the country as opposed to like just reading books about it.
I have a few book suggestions. There's a lot of great UI and UX design books. One of them is The Design of Everyday Things by Don Norman. I think that's a really great book. It's kind of like a novel-looking book, but it really helps you with the foundations of design. I think that's a good book. And also Don't Make Me Think by Steve Krug is also like a really, really good starting point in understanding UX and kind of how to design things so that users don't have to think when they're looking at your website. I would recommend that. And then one that I'm reading now, which I mentioned yesterday with the stream with Noel, but it's called 100 Things Designers Should Know About People. And it's a really good book on like the psychology behind UX design. So I would highly recommend that book as well.
Yeah, psychology is really important.
Yeah. There's also another good psychology book if you're interested. It's called Bottlenecks. And actually my professor from the University of Washington wrote that book, and it's amazing. And it's all about user psychology in UX design, so I recommend that book as well. There was a question about if you can use XD for websites, and yes, you can. You can do tablets, websites, mobile, or any size screen that you want. Kawaja saying Don Norman is best in design. Yes, there's also a really great website, the Nielsen Norman Group or NN Group. I think it's .org or .com, but that's also a really great site to learn about the basics of UI and UX design. And they do a lot of like research-based stuff, and it's amazing.
I think I know them, the Nielsen Group.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do like the heuristics. And,
yeah. Oh, Brittany Lewis says, I do graphics and photography, and now I'm a web designer, and looking at graphic descriptions, they expect you to know UI, UX. That's crazy. Wow. Oh, sorry, Aiko, your question got buried. Yes, sometimes a lot of questions come in and it's hard for me to see them, but thank you for asking again. So what would be the best way to showcase a website prototype in my portfolio? Wireframe, all the different screens, or a video recording? What would you recommend to show?
So wait, what is the best way to show your work? What is the best?
What's the best way to showcase a website prototype? So would it be to like wireframe all the screens, or show like a video recording?
I would say it depends, like is it on your website or is it on like Behance? If it's on Behance, then like you can't show like the interactive prototype. But you can do like a video, and then you can show like the images as well alongside the video. And then and then you can have a link to the prototype.
Yeah, you can actually show the interactive prototype on Behance. Yeah, you can
really?
Embed it. Yeah.
What?
So on XD, if you go to share, there should be a link, share for review. And then once you create a link, it'll say copy link or copy embed code, and you take your embed code, and on Behance, when you're building out your project, there will be these two less than or greater than signs. I don't know what else they're called. You know what I'm talking about, like the V. And you click on that, that's the embed thing, and you can paste your prototype. I would recommend, I think you could add both. Sometimes a video is nice if you want to show a specific thing, because when you add your prototype, people might not know what to go through. So I think adding like a short video or a GIF would be good too. So what are you designing on this screen?
This is the dashboard right now. Whoops.
So the dashboard for a bank app.
Yeah, so once you sign in, it would like lead to the dashboard. And that's what this is.
Cool. And so what are like the different categories?
Oh, so it's right here. So it's like all cash, like all the not like credit cards and stuff like that. And then we have like the July income. I mean, like let's say like this month. Wait, is it?
Yes, it's
July.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's July.
yeah. It's been a long time since I've looked at a calendar. But yeah, so like July income, and then July expenses, and then credit cards, and then like different options like applying if you want to apply for a loan, and there's like a more function.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, Tim, thanks. You know everything too. But Lindsay, if you don't feel that you're qualified for a web UI UX specific job, I think you are qualified, and I think you should apply anyway, because you never know what can happen. And yeah, I would just apply.
Still getting used to XD.
So what made you, like, how did
Transition?
you decide, I was gonna ask something else.
Oh,
but
no, go ahead.
I was gonna ask, how did you decide, like, what order to place these, like, options, like all cash or income? Like, how did you decide that order?
I'd say it's like priorities, like you want to see what your like cash on hand is, like how much you have available, and then I would say like you want to see how much you made and like your expenses and stuff like that. But mostly random, but I guess like the first few I just did like based on priorities. Yeah.
Cool.
I'll put this in a.
Kirk has a question for you. How do you integrate animation into your designs? Do you show the stakeholders examples?
Animation, yeah. So, wait, what do you mean by like animations? Like the prototype, like the auto animate?
I think
function?
so. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a really cool like function that XD has where you can like auto animate like different screens, and then you can see like cool transitions and stuff like that. And then when you click on publish prototype, you can send a link to your clients, and they can just view the prototype and interact with it.
Nice.
Why is this taking me so long?
Oh, sorry. What are you trying to do?
I don't know. Like there's like this.
That square?
Yeah, it's like when it's showing it's in this group, but it's not in this group. Like. Oh, okay. That's what it is. All right.
Aiko has a question. How many UI UX projects should we have to at least apply for a UI UX job?
I'd say it's more about like quality, but you do want to have more than like just a few. I think I got my first job from Behance when I had like, I think like 6 or 7 or 8 things. Yeah, but I'd say it's mostly like if they can see your passion in the work. Like I got my a lot of gigs from just like passion projects.
Nice.
Like I mentioned, like one of the things, if you go on my portfolio, you see there's this thing called Balloon, and that's the thing that led to like all the clients in the past year, and that was a passion project. It's not for a client or anything. So definitely you can get paid gigs from non-paid work that you just have
That's
fun
awesome.
with. Yeah.
I would recommend like for if you're like starting out, maybe like 3 or 4 projects, or even 2. I would say like 3 to 4 is like a good number, and choose your like best projects. And you don't have to add, like if you have 8 projects but you're not like super proud of like 3 of them, I just wouldn't show those 3 and just focus on maybe your top projects and kind of the projects of the work that you do want to do. So don't include things that you don't want to work on. Yeah. Oh, Cindy's asking, not sure what you mean by passion projects. Do you want to explain a little bit about what that means?
Yeah, so like projects that are like you're not doing for a client specifically, just something that you're interested in doing just for fun.
Yeah.
Like you can look at a challenge, like the Adobe challenge.
Yeah, that can be like a passion project, like something you do for fun. Yeah, exactly like Tim says, projects you don't get paid for.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, Greg has a good follow-up question. Is it better to have one niche or maybe do multiple ones?
Oh, that's a really good question. So I would say keep it mostly focused on one niche, but don't have it all focused on one niche, and don't have it not like niche down. If your purpose is to get clients, then if you have like if you're trying to be like a designer for like restaurants, then have like a lot of restaurant projects, and then you'll like if some client, potential client wants to have their app or website or something designed, and they view like a bunch of designers, and a lot of people have just random stuff, but then there's this one person that just focuses on restaurants, then they're gonna have a better chance. But let's say it's something like, let's say like a tech startup, and like you're trying to go for tech startups, which is what I'm doing, and if you have it all about that, then there's like there's some things like that are like, there's some companies that are like tech enabled, but then some other aspect of their business doesn't have to do with tech. So it's like you want to show some other kinds of works so that if they're like, okay, so you do all this, but my thing is like falls into a gray area where it's like this, but then also something else. So then you want to show that you can do like other kinds of works too. But I would say generally focused on one niche.
Nice. So what are you working on this screen?
This is the primary checking. So when you go on, I guess we should have like a button in the previous screen that would lead to that, but we'll design that. So yeah, just like primary checking account. And then you can see like recent transactions and all that stuff.
Nice. Do you want to pick an app name? I have.
Yeah, can you read it off? There was a lot.
Let me switch. So I can't switch to my screen right now, but let me read off some of the names. Bank with a Q, iBank, Piggy Bank, Cash Behance, Adobe XD Cash, eBank, Give Us Your Loot. That one was a funny one.
Or just loot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, loot could be good. I'll add that in. We have Cash and Carry, Digit, Kaching, eBank, Cashbee, Zash, which is XASH, Banks with an X. There was someone said MOG, and I was gonna write what that stood for, and I can't remember. So if you suggested MOG, let me know what that, money on the go, I think that's what it was. So money on the go, and then dinero. But, yes, so we have, maybe we'll still see if anyone has any new names.
I like bank, and then I like loot, and then I like, there was one other one. Forgot. Oh, you wrote them down,
Yeah.
cool. I like digit.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do like elimination.
Yeah,
Oh no, let's
I'll just highlight.
Yeah, just highlight the good ones. That's better. That's
the
nicer.
ones that you like. Yeah.
Digit, loot, bank, and dinero.
And dinero. Okay.
I think are my favorite. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Cool. XD coin. I like that one.
It's like a cryptocurrency for XD.
Oh, Lindsay, don't feel crazy when going through the job ads. I know it's like really tough to look at job descriptions and they ask for like so many things, but what they're asking for is like the most perfect like unicorn like person that they'll like never find. So that's like their wish list of things that they want to look for, and I feel like no one can like live up to those expectations on job descriptions. So I would just apply. Even if you meet like half of it, definitely still apply, and don't feel like, oh, I don't know how to do this. I think you should still apply because it can't hurt. Ludi, that's a funny name. Greg supports the name Bank.
You can like have people vote probably, right?
Oh yeah.
On the top.
Yeah, maybe Tim, if you want to make like a poll, we can have people vote on the names. So we have 4 options, and I'm sorry, can't switch to my screen, but we have Bank with a Q, Loot, Digit, and Dinero as our top 4 options. Tim asks, so should you be kind of meh at a lot of things, or should you really focus on one specific thing?
No, I wouldn't say be meh on a lot of things. I would say focus on one thing, but then, I mean, be really, really good at one thing, and then have like other things so that just so that you can see like, okay, like you're flexible, like you can do other things. You can't like, it's not that you just like do one thing, but definitely pick something like one thing to be really, really good at. Well, I mean, that if you're trying to increase like your chances of getting clients, I would say. That's just my opinion. What do you think?
Sorry, I was opening the straw poll, and I did not catch the question.
I think it was like, should you be kind of...
Oh yeah, meh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Sorry, Tim. I don't think it's good to be meh at a lot of things, and I also don't think you should only focus on like one thing. I think maybe there's like 3 things. I don't know. I don't think there can be like a number of things, but if you're like really passionate about something and you really enjoy doing it, I would focus on that, and I wouldn't really focus on trying to learn how to do everything and just focusing your time and energy on what you want to do. So, yeah. So I just opened up the straw poll. So if you're watching on Behance, Tim just posted the link. So go and vote for what the bank name should be, and then I'll show the results soon.
Oh, you guys have like a poll function.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's not like embedded on Behance, but it's like a separate
like
website.
a different website.
Yeah. So this shows the recent transactions?
Yeah, recent transactions, and there's like a button to like the income expense, so you can view that, yeah.
And what does 10% from past year mean?
So just like, oh wait, I think I have another section where you can do the filter. But yeah, so it's just like, it's gonna show like how much more money you have available as opposed to...
Compared to last year?
Yeah, compared to last year, so you can see like how you improved or like what you need to fix, I guess. Yeah. But I think maybe like on this screen, not have this and just have that on like the income expense would probably make sense, but I'll figure that out later.
Nice. Kirk is asking, what screen size do you start designing in usually?
So for apps, I just use the thing that XD provides. And I've actually never made an app for a company. I've always done websites. So yeah, I don't really have like a screen size. Like I just use the stuff that they provide. The standard ones, exactly.
Nice. Same with me. Ooh, we have a tie. I'm not going to show the results.
Tie?
Well, right now, there's a tie for the top 2, so...
What are they?
Well, I won't tell you yet.
Oh, okay, okay.
But if you haven't voted, you should go and vote, and I will show the results very shortly. Oh, we just had one more vote added to each of the top 2, so there's still a tie.
Yeah, there's some good ones.
Yeah. Is there a reason why income is like grayed out and then expenses is black? Is it like a switch?
Yeah, it's a switch thing. So like this is gonna be the expenses. I should probably title the artboards, but yeah, so there's gonna be like the expenses, and then you can click on income to view that, and then expenses would be grayed out.
Okay, cool.
It's hard to like not get caught up too much in the visual design.
Like when
you
you're
know?
wireframing?
Yeah, I always do that though. I mean, just can't help it.
Is that maybe why you kind of like going to the visual
design?
like
Yeah,
the mid to high fidelity
exactly.
instead of like
Yeah.
wireframe? I also like there's like a new style of like wireframes that I've seen where instead of like the outline, it's like the gray filled rectangles, if you kind of know
I think.
what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I think I do
And-
that mostly.
Yeah, and I think those look really nice, but they're still like, I feel like those are like mid
mid-fidelity.
fidelity, yeah. But a lot of the times, sometimes they don't have any like text, and it's just like, this is where the elements will go. So maybe that would be like low fidelity. Ooh, we have some more votes coming in. If you haven't voted for the bank app name, Tim posted the straw poll link. You can head over and vote. And
I removed the like 10% thing on primary
on the
checking.
thing. Okay.
So it's just like on the income expenses.
Nice. Greg says they can't wait for the high fidelity version of this app.
Yes.
Yay, me too.
Me too.
Okay, I'm gonna see if. Okay. Still can't switch to my screen. But yeah, if you haven't voted yet, keep voting. Oh, Tim says I can already see the gradients. I hope. Do you think you'll use gradients on this?
I don't think so. I like flat designs more. I think it's timeless. But I don't know. You never know. You gotta just have to tune in for tomorrow.
Can you switch my screen? It's not working. Okay, thanks. So here's the result from the poll. Thank you to everyone who voted. So it looks like Bank with a Q is the winner.
Awesome.
And Loot with a very close second of 9 votes. So 12 people voted for Bank. Dinero and Digit were at the bottom.
All right.
But yay, 31 votes. Nice.
Time to change.
Yay. Thanks everyone who voted. Tim says no gradients, faints.
Is that like a disappointing things or
maybe
like
Tim's
sarcastic
a
things?
gradient fan.
Yeah. But hey, you never know. I might, surprise you or something.
Yay. I like that name. Oh.
Yes.
Yay, Noel voted Bank. Cool. So what does breakdown mean at the bottom?
Breakdown would be like the breakdown of the expenses. So like travel, food, home, like rent, just like the breakdown of what you're spending your money on.
categories?
The categories, yeah.
And how do you, like, I see that you have like 4 categories. How would you just show like the top?
Oh no, I would
Most
like
common?
actually let's create. It would just like scroll horizontally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So like depending on what they buy, would this app like know the category it goes into and just kind of place it in there?
I would say probably, yeah, it should, it would make sense to like make it descending from like highest
Yeah. to,
in
like,
terms of
lowest.
expenses to like lowest.
Cool. Yeah, that would be cool to do kind of like the dragging thing. Tim says, I'll just draw my own gradients and nobody can stop me. Yes. Nice.
I'll try to stop you.
Yes, Cars Bank 1. Great name suggestion. Also a reminder, in about 27 minutes, we're going to be looking at your designs for the XD Daily Creative Challenge, and today's theme is to do a travel booking experience on a mobile app screen. So I think yesterday was the landing page on mobile, taking it from desktop to mobile. So today will be how do you book a travel experience on mobile. So if you have been working on that, be sure to submit your designs on our Discord channel under design feedback, and we're going to be looking at your designs in about 27 minutes. I'm pretty excited. So the bars would show like the dollar amount.
The dollar,
as well?
yeah, vertically.
Okay, cool.
Actually, I think we should also make this like, just to show what happens if it's not enough. We could like have it on top.
Oh, okay. That's a
Yeah.
good idea.
Yeah, like this.
There's a question, is there going to be an animation for these infographics? And yes, I think you're planning to do some animations.
I'm pretty new to XD. I was using other like platforms, so the animation I've only used it like a few times. So like I know a little bit about it, but like I don't know too much. You might have to help me with that. But I think it would be pretty cool to like animate these things. Like what I would probably want to do is like have these things like when you transition into like the screen, into the income or expense screen, like have these bars kind of go up, like shoot.
Ooh,
you know,
yeah,
like
we
that.
can definitely do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be
Tim's
cool.
saying we can add animations to the bars in XD.
Yes.
Yeah, so tomorrow we can play around with auto animate, and I can help you if you have any questions. And the chat is amazing at helping out with auto animate as well. And we can try some cool bar animations with this. So I'm excited. Hi, Beck. Good morning. So are you gonna do the income section now?
Yeah. So this is going to be the income.
Cool.
It's going to be a little bit different. Actually, not that different.
What's gonna be different about it?
Just like the bottom section, like instead of saying breakdown, it's gonna say like streams, like income streams. Like if you have like, because it's like more geared toward like millennials.
Okay.
And you know, a lot of like young people could have like different jobs, like side gigs and stuff like that. So we could say like, and I don't know about like other people, but I like looking at the different streams and then playing around with that and seeing like the data and stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So what kind of like different streams could there be?
So you could have like a main job, and then, well, I was just gonna keep it simple, like say, on my sketch I just wrote like main job and then side gig 1, side gig 2.
Oh, okay.
So I don't have like an example, but you know, it could be like you have like a main job and then you have like Uber, and then Lyft, and then like maybe DoorDash, or I don't know, just like a lot of things. Like I had a lot of different side gigs.
What if someone only has like one job? Or what if someone is a student and they're not working?
If it's just one, then I wouldn't have this stream section at all,
Okay.
because it wouldn't make sense, because everything would just be about that, and it would be like obvious that all the income is like from that one stream.
Okay. So then what would you like place here instead?
So I would not have it at all. So
Okay,
then
so just
instead
like
of it,
empty?
just empty, because
Okay.
it's also the minimum viable product. So it's like, even this, like I could have more. I could have like way more, you know. But
Yeah.
I'm just doing like the basic,
Okay.
the basic
Cool.
stuff.
Samantha says, based on this, I feel like Arsha would like Simple Bank's interface.
Simple
Are you
Bank?
familiar with that? I've never used
No,
it,
I don't know that.
but now I kind of want to check it out.
It sounds simple. So
Yeah.
sounds like what this is. This is yeah.
Mm-hmm. Would the stream also be like highest to lowest
Yeah,
as well?
yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh, it's a Simple Bank is an online bank. Cool.
All right. So we have 5 screens.
Nice. And so this would be like it would start from like the landing, like when the user would like open the app and they're like a returning user.
Yeah. So
Or-
it's I just did like the login screen too.
Mhm. Oh.
So yeah.
Okay.
So then the dashboard is like if they're a returning user, it's like welcome, name. I'll just write melody.
Woo.
Yeah. So pretty simple.
Cool.
So there's like a few more screens, and that's it. I probably should have planned more screens, do you think? Do you think we'll have like...
It's up to you. If you want, you can
We'll see.
even start doing like high fidelity. Or
Oh yeah, I could do
if
that.
you want to.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't have to keep doing wireframes if you don't want to.
I think I'll do that.
Yeah,
I like that better.
It's totally up to you. Hi, Natalia, watching from Brazil. Yay.
Brazil, nice.
I've always wanted to go to Brazil.
I was about to say that, yeah, me
Never
too.
been. And New Zealand. I know Beck's from New Zealand. I always want to go there too. So when you're moving from like wireframes to high fidelity, do you already kind of have an idea of what you want it to look like? Or do you, like, what's your process in deciding like the look and feel? all that kind of
It's
stuff?
so it's a pretty slow process because I like experimenting so much with like different colors and different I guess not UI elements for this one because we're already doing that right now. But generally, like I said before, like when I do something, if it's like a passion project, I don't spend that much time on wireframes. If not, like sometimes I don't do wireframes at all. So there's a lot of just like experimenting with different UI elements, different fonts, different colors, and then some screens will have like different colors, different UI elements, different stuff. And then I just like see what looks good and then eliminate the ones that I don't like. And then one style will like win out. And then at the end, I make everything like consistent.
Nice. Cool. Oh, Tim is posting an article that I want to read. It says, for those who wonder what UX design actually means, check out this article. And it's from the Adobe blog, and the article title, I think it's, what does a UX designer actually do? And I want to read that article. Thanks, Tim, for sharing. Hi, Brittany. Oh, is the move money kind of like Venmo? Or is it like transferring?
Yeah, it's like
Between your
Venmo,
accounts.
transferring, kind of like a bit of both.
Nice.
But instead of like transfer, I think it's just like,
Move.
yeah, move,
Okay.
you know?
I think, doesn't Facebook have like a money sending feature or
Does it?
something?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I think it does.
Yeah, I was like messaging my friend on Facebook Messenger and I was gonna Venmo her something and I said, how much should I Venmo you? And once I said the word Venmo, this like
Oh,
button
really?
popped up and it was like pay. And I think they wanted me to like pay through Messenger, but I've never used it, so I don't know. It was just kind of like weird that once I said the word Venmo, it like, I don't
Yeah,
know. And
they,
it does that
they
with
probably
like,
like put a script, something
yeah,
in there.
it does that all the time. If I mention like an artist or something, it's like play this artist's song on Spotify or some. It's like kind of weird. I don't know. That's like kind of random, but it's still kind of scary.
Scary?
Yeah, because they're like reading what you're writing in Messenger.
Yeah, it's not
I
like a
guess.
person reading it.
I know, but still, it's like, who is reading this? Some robot.
Some robot, some artificial
That's really
intelligence.
smart, yeah.
That gains sentience
Ooh.
and knows your bank details.
Oh, Tim is saying, doesn't Apple do the same thing with Apple Pay if you message someone? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it does, yeah.
Ooh. I feel like
everyone's doing that
yeah,
now.
for some reason, I trust Apple Pay a lot more than Facebook Messenger.
For some reason?
Yeah. But that's good to know. There's so many like money sending things. And even the bank that I use has like their own money sending feature, which is interesting.
That makes sense though, it's a bank. you
Yeah.
know.
But it's like, I don't, you can like send it to someone's like phone number.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, actually that's one of my favorite screens on this.
Oh.
Is this one, actually. This screen right here.
Nice.
Yeah, like at the end, like this morning actually, I added like this section.
Oh,
the
like your
quicks.
friends?
Yeah, like friends and
Yeah.
quick send stuff.
Cool.
Like I think Venmo does that.
So what would split do?
So if you're like trying to split a bill with your friends, like a meal or something, then you would use this.
Ooh, that's very helpful.
Yeah, so you don't have to get into like fights and stuff.
Oh, Leon says Swish, the one and only money sending app in Sweden. Is that true? There's only one? I feel like there's probably like 20 in America. That's cool though. Oh yeah, PayPal. I totally forgot about PayPal. Tim says
That was like one of the first ones,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
PayPal isn't a thing in Sweden?
Oh yeah, it should be, right?
I think so. But maybe Leon means like the app, like specifically money sending. But I guess, I don't know. I mean, with PayPal, you can like pay for things online. Yes, Tim is right. We are going to review portfolios tomorrow on our stream at the end. So if you want your Behance portfolio to be reviewed and you have like UI UX design projects, we will be reviewing them at around 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. So come back tomorrow. Well, actually come back before then so you can submit your portfolios. So you can do repeat grid if you want to do like a quick
Oh yeah.
thing. So if you select that and then, yes, click on repeat grid, you can have
Sweet.
like, yeah, it speeds up the design process.
Yeah, they don't have that in other apps.
Yeah.
I think.
That was like the repeat grid was what made me like stick with XD.
Stick with it.
Yeah, because I was using other apps and what I was missing was repeat grid, because when I started like UI UX design, I wanted to learn like all the different softwares that you can use, and when I was using different ones, I was wishing that I could have repeat grid, and then I couldn't. So I was like, why am I using this? I want to start using XD, and then I never went back.
Never went back.
But that's just me. I love XD, so.
I missed the functionality and the income. So yeah, so right here I think instead of, because it's like if you have like a job and the title is like way too long, I feel like, I mean, you can't really fit it all here. So we would probably like write letters and then explain what the like letters correspond to.
Ooh, okay. So each letter is a different job and like
yeah.
source of income that you're getting.
Exactly.
Cool.
Okay, so we just have, I think, 2 more.
Cool. And what are the other 2 screens going to be?
The other 2, my cards, like credit cards.
Okay.
And then deposit, like deposit checks.
Oh. So in about 10 minutes, we're going to be looking at your designs for today's XD Daily Creative Challenge. Today's challenge is to design a travel booking experience on a mobile app. And if you're not caught up to today's challenge, you can still share what you've been working on for the daily challenges on Discord in the design feedback channel. And we're going to be giving you some live feedback in about 10 minutes. And I'm excited. I see Beck has posted. Can't wait to look at it. And I think Gummy Panda has one, and there's some people's designs coming in. So if you are working on it, and if you're not done, that's totally okay. Please share what you have, and we'll give you some feedback. Brittany, yes, this is the last show for today, but tomorrow we'll be back at 9 a.m. starting with the Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge with Kathleen Martin. Oh, yay. Thanks, Paco. So here's the schedule, in case anyone is wondering. So tomorrow we'll start at 9 a.m. with Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge with Kathleen Martin, and then at 9:30 we have Graphic Design with Amanda Wagnersheim, and then at 11:30 we have the XD Daily Creative Challenge with Howard, and then at 12 we'll be back at doing XD collaboration with Arsha. Okay. And the Discord link is bit.ly/xddiscord, and thank you to Tim for sharing that link. If you haven't joined, please join. We have 11,000 people and growing. So you're gonna do like a swipey
thing, yeah.
Cool, nice.
Well, actually, I think it would be cool to like have like the logo of the transactions. Like if you're using a lot of like apps and stuff like that, then it'd be better to like see the thing, the logo. Because they don't do that like the bank apps.
Like where you bought something from?
Yeah, like let's say it's like Spotify or something.
That would be cool. Oh yeah, thanks Tim. Again, we do have a Photoshop Discord channel and there's 13,000 plus creatives in there, which is amazing. And the link for the Photoshop one is is it bit.ly or bit.ly? I can't tell, but it's /ps. Oh, thank you, Paco. So yes, bit.ly/ps Discord with a capital P and capital S. And if you are participating in the Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge or you just want to get feedback on your Photoshop designs, that's the place to be. There's also great mentors in there as well. And yes, I recommend joining both XD and Photoshop. Are you adding rounded edges?
Rounded edges,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, nice. Do you prefer to use rounded edges or like straight edges on your design?
It depends. Like on my own website, I have straight edges. But yeah, I just like do different things just based on how I feel.
Cool.
Yeah.
So the recent transactions would change like once you swipe through the cards.
Exactly. So like if this is like a Visa card or something, let's say like card A would have these things on it, and then you swipe, and then it would. That's probably a good place to have the animation stuff.
Yeah.
And then it would like switch over to like the transactions for the other card.
Cool.
Because I think that like for my bank, for example, I have to go to like I have to select the account, and then I can see the transactions. I have to go all the way back, select another one. So it's just like everything in one place, and it minimizes like the steps that the user needs to take, and it's just faster and more intuitive and easier.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like having to go back and then go to something else and like keep going back and forth.
Yeah,
it would be so much easier if it was all
who
on
needs
one
that,
screen.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's just one more screen.
Yay, cool. And we have 4 minutes until we're doing reviews on the Daily Creative Challenge. And there's some really cool ones coming in. I'm excited. So is this like if you want to deposit like a check?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, yeah, I mean, that's what it is.
Okay.
I was going to describe it, but it does it.
Nice. I did that for the first time, like this past month.
Depositing a check?
Yeah, like taking a picture of a check and
Yeah.
like doing it through the app. I've never done it before. And I had a check for something and I didn't want to go to the bank because I was too lazy.
Yeah.
So I kept putting it off, and then I was talking to my mom and she's like, you should just take a picture of it and do it on the app.
I feel like
how do you know about that? And I don't.
I feel like us like designers, we like make people lazier. Like we help with like the
the laziness.
the laziness.
Yeah, but it was really easy, and I don't know why I didn't know about it before, but I think it's a cool thing to have.
So you like drove all the way to the bank?
I didn't go to the bank.
Before, I mean.
Before,
Yeah.
yes. I don't really get like physical checks often, but yeah, but in the past I would drive to the bank, and I would go in person because I get like paranoid and nervous like submitting a check through like the outside ATM because I'm scared it's like not gonna know the exact amount. I'm weird, I don't know. So I would always go inside and like talk to like a human person.
You don't like artificial intelligence? How do you feel about that? You know, because it's like really.
It's like kind of scary, but kind of cool.
Right?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel. How do you all feel in the chat about artificial intelligence? It's like, I don't know, sometimes they know like so much about you and it's kind of crazy and scary. But also it like helps, like Netflix, they have like personalized recommendations.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Like, Spotify has like song recommendations.
Oh, that's really helpful.
Yeah.
Like I can't even, like there's so many songs I just like found just with that function.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like really cool. Like that's like the part that I do like, but then there's like targeted ads and like different things that I'm like, why?
So you like narrow
artificial
you like narrow AI, but not like general, more like general AI.
I don't like it when it's like it knows too much about me in a
and
creepy way.
And it learns and teaches itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I think it's pretty cool, but also like I think we gotta worry. Like we gotta
so be careful.
Be careful, yeah.
Oh, Lindsay says artificial intelligence has probably been taken too far in some ways, although some of it is useful. I agree. Emmanuel says AI is cool. Benjamin says my friend is AI. Nice. So it's time to look at designs that people have submitted on Discord. So we can switch over to my screen. And I'm currently on the XD Discord channel. And thank you to everyone who has submitted your designs. I am currently on the design feedback channel. And what I was talking about earlier, this other tab, is past challenge feedback. So if you're working on past challenges, you should post that here. I see a few of the current challenges in here, but I would recommend posting your current challenges in the design feedback channel. So let's take a look at this first one. Let's see, challenge day 1.
So this is a landing page for a travel app?
Yeah, a landing page for a travel app. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Nice. I like the car image, it's pretty cool. Nice. I like the centered search, and it like helps you, it kind of like brings your eye to the search bar because the cars are like at the bottom and then you kind of like look up. The only thing I would say is this is like a little, like the yellow is kind of hard to see, so maybe using a different color, maybe like the red color would look nice. Yeah. Do you have any feedback?
I think it's pretty cool. I think that Yeah, I'd say like it's definitely important like where you put the image, like because sometimes it can be distracting, and yeah, I would say also like I can't really see like the navigation, so I would say like you could probably put a background, but apart from that, I think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, looks awesome. Let's see what other days you have. So I think this is a different version. Nice. And then day 2.
Is this all from the same person?
Yes, so this is all from the same person. And they have like all their, I think, let's see. Oh, they don't have a video. Okay. So this is day 2. And it looks cool. I would just say that the white is really hard to read, the white text over the green button. So I would use maybe like the start color as the text or something to help that just be a little bit easier to read. Yeah. Then, did I skip day 3? Oh, there's no day 3. Well, here's day 4. And
what's the prompt for that, for day 4?
Day 4, oh sorry, I kind of went over it. So design an experience that highlights exclusive travel deals. So these would be those travel deals.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. I think, did you say this? Like the fonts, the text in the green circles, if you make it like the same color as like the background color, then it would be kind of cool as opposed to like using another color like white or like orange or something like that, so that it looks more like congruent.
Yeah.
But it looks pretty cool, really cool. Like what are those places?
These all look really awesome. And I like how you have like the stars and then maybe you click on one and then it shows you like more about that place, which is nice. Cool. Yeah, this is awesome. I like this, like switching through different things up here. Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah, I would just work on the readability of this, and a good plugin to use on XD is called Stark, and I can show you that really fast. Oh, here's a list of the names that we had. But if you use this one, you can check like contrast and see, oh, I think I had to select this, but it'll let you know if like how readable it is. I don't know if this will, okay, it won't work, but anyway, if you have like a button, you can select the button and then it'll let you know how readable it is with the colors. So I think that's a good plugin to use, and it's called Stark. So yeah, great job. Let's take a look at the next one. This is from Cars. Let's see. Nice. Awesome.
Does that say like how many people went there?
I think so. Yeah, I think this can be a little darker and maybe a little bit bigger because it's a little hard to read. I can try to zoom in. But I think it's cool that you're showing like who else has been there with like of your friends.
Oh, so it's like a social kind of travel app.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Let's see. So this is day 6 or 7. I think 6 or 7. I don't know. Yeah, I think today is day 7. And they're wondering what to fill in the space. And Gummy Panda suggested activities. So that would be something cool to add under here because there is that white space. So maybe activities, but this is cool. So I think you're like looking into what the travel experience would be like if you go to Tel Aviv, and maybe this has like pictures, and yeah, I think adding activities could be really fun and would make you like user might want to book that. Yeah, I think I would like move this down and add like activities, and then book would be like at the bottom. What do you think?
I think, can I see a prompt again?
Yes, let me go to, oh, this is letsxd.com, by the way, which is Howard's website if you want to learn more about XD, but let me go to this, and we can look at the prompt. So I think, so today, day 7, customers want to quickly book experiences on the go, design a travel booking experience for mobile. So quickly booking a travel experience.
Yeah, like I mentioned, I like how there's like your friends. I've actually never seen that before, so I like how it's like there's a social component to it. And can you zoom in actually?
Yes, it's a little
I would say the space.
pixelated.
You set this right, the spacing between the button and the images.
I didn't. But
Okay, yeah. So it kind of looks. I think either something would like go in there, or like it would be adjusted kind of similar to the other spacings. But apart from that, it's I think it's pretty cool. Like there's not a whole lot for this challenge. I feel like not a lot of components. But yeah, looks pretty cool. I like how you can slide that and see the different images for Tel Aviv.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I would just add activities or something like Gummy Panda suggested, but great job, Cars. Okay, this one, let's look at the video. Let me make this bigger. Okay. Cool.
The open road.
Nice. Ooh. Let's look at that again. Ooh. Nice. So I really like this, but I would say it's a little bit, I kind of don't really know what to look at first. My eye was like drawn to this section, but I feel like this might be, I don't know. It depends on what you want the user to focus on, but I saw this like after I saw this, but I feel like this is something you might want to read first so you know what this is. So if you don't have time to plan, these are like the pre-planned trips. But I really like how this is designed and how when you switch through like the background image changes, so it's really cool, and you have a lot of great information here. Yeah, do you have any feedback?
Yeah, I like the colors. I think that something cool you could do is like you could put that image, because also like me too, like my eye kind of focuses on that first, and so you could like put the image behind the text and behind the UI elements, so that it also slides, but then the text and the elements remain the same, so that you can see all the different images. It's like a cool slideshow in the background as you're filling out the info.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And then you could have like those things at the bottom, like Manhattan to Minneapolis, and you could have that there too if there's like enough space.
Yeah, I agree. I think that would be cool. And instead of having this circle, I would just take this text and like make it one long line, and you can like add it at the top, and then that would take away this like chunk of space, and then you can just like move. So I keep like pointing at my screen, but you can't see. But you can like move this under here. But yeah, this is really cool. Awesome job. Let's take a look at this one.
Is it a video? Yeah. Oh, cool.
Ooh, nice. Ooh.
That's like the whole prototype.
Yeah, this is awesome. Love the drag animations. Ooh. This is so cool. I like you have the price, and then you kind of have this little incentive to get you to book now because you're saying that the deal is gonna end really soon. Yeah, 48-hour sale deals. Cool. I like the colors that you have too. It's like kind of like dark-ish, muted purple. One thing I will suggest is, I think these are like the menu options, or I feel like this is like a different category of things. So I would either do like a different font weight for this top section or this one. I think Flights looks bolder than the rest, but maybe, because I don't know, I would just kind of change these to separate it a little bit more from this bottom one, but overall looks really good. I like the menu. Cool. Do you have any feedback, suggestions?
I like that. Yeah, I like that. There's like an urgency factor for like ends midnight. I know a lot of like travel companies do that, and then I like some of the like elements, like the buttons and stuff, and like the login, and like I also like the animation
Yeah.
and how you made it like interactive and did the whole thing. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And definitely like the fonts are visible. And what is that like bar above the flights, hotels, cars? Is that another? I think you were talking
This?
about that. Yeah, like the.
I think this is like separating this section from this section, but I think a way to help that would be to make like the size of this either a little bit bigger or bolder font, and then maybe you can even like bring down the opacity of this line so it's not as like it doesn't stand out as much.
Or like color it like have it be a different background or something.
Yeah, you could do that as well. But this is really awesome, and you made so many screens, and great job with auto animate. Yeah, it looks awesome. Oops. Okay. And then Gummy Panda is sharing Howard's Auto Animate kit. So if you're new to Auto Animate or want more tips, I would highly recommend, I think this will show it, but Howard Pinsey has a really great Auto Animate kit. And, oh, is it not on here? UI kits. So it's right here, and it kind of shows you all the different, well, not all of them, but a lot of different animations you can do with XD, and it's a great resource. So thanks, Gummy, for sending that. Let's see. Okay, I don't think this is part of the challenge, so I will skip that one. Okay, I think Gummy is just showing how he did his animation. Okay, let's look at this one.
Oh, I like this.
Ooh, yeah, this looks cool. I like the layout, and I like how the images are like long and
Like bird's eye.
yeah, they're really nice. Images, activity. Ooh, so this is kind of like a feed of your friends. Nice. I would just make this text a little bit darker gray, because it's a little hard to read.
Maybe like a border too.
This border?
Like on the fields, and if not a border, you could do like a really subtle like drop shadow or something, so that you know it's like a field.
The borders. Yes, I would add that. Yeah, just make that a little bit darker. But this is really cool. And then maybe I would bring this over to this edge. Like login would end like here, so it's more, I don't know. Can't think of the word.
To the grid.
Yeah, to the grid.
Yeah.
To the layout. But this is really awesome. It's very eye-catching too. Yay, nice. And, okay, let's look at Gummy Pandas. Let's look at the video. Let me start it over here. Really cool animation. I think we saw this yesterday, or maybe I saw this on my own yesterday. I can't remember. But it's really cool. Ooh. I really like the yellow that you're using, and you're doing a really good job with using like the yellow as the background and a darker text color to make it readable, because yellow can be kind of hard to work with. But I think you did a really good job.
I like the get inspired section, like how you have that.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Like some people don't know, where they want to go, and
Yeah,
they can look at inspirations.
exactly. And I like the splash screen animation. That's awesome. But yeah, you did a really great job. Yay. And I like how you say, like, this is how many nights you might stay here and what you can learn. Yeah, that's really cool. Yay. Awesome job. All right. let's see. Let's look at one more. Ooh, I like how you laid this out. It looks really cool. Let's see if there's a video. Is this full screen? Or is this full screen?
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. Nice. Okay, let me start it over. Nice. Cool. I really like this. My only thing is when you hovered over the calendar and like these dates were like hidden, I would maybe change the text to like white so you can still kind of see the dates. But I don't know, it depend on what the background color or background picture is, but I would still like to see like what those dates are. But other than that, it's really good. It's very like, it looks very minimal, but you have a clear call to action and really clear areas that you can select the dates. Tim says, now that's a logo. Nice. Do you have any feedback?
Yeah, I like how the fields aren't all apparent immediately, so that like the audience, the user isn't like distracted. So that like, yeah, you're using like really good call to actions. Not only is it like really clear, because that's really important to like conversions and stuff, but also like if you have too much information in one space, then that creates this thing like option fatigue and like you know, that like the attention will be like in too many different places. So you keep it very like focused by having like just a button at first, and then you fill out stuff, and then more fields show up as you fill them out. So that's pretty cool.
I totally agree. So is this a different video? Ooh, this is really nice.
Yeah, it's different. It's really cool.
Cool. I like that little animation when you click on the triangle. I think, is this the logo you're talking about, Tim? The triangle? At first I thought it was this. But yeah, this is awesome. Great job. And thank you to everyone for sharing on Discord. If you're still working on the challenge, please feel free to submit your designs, and I will be in Discord the rest of the day giving feedback, and we have some other great mentors as well. So yeah, thank you everyone. And we have about 5 minutes left. So I don't know if you have anything else you want to add to that last screen.
I think that we're almost done. I just have like probably like one more field. But yeah, actually, that was perfect timing.
Cool.
Yeah, I think I just have one more field, yeah.
What's the other field that you're adding?
Deposit account. So they would like select the account to deposit.
So it'd be like one of their saved accounts that they already have.
Yeah, like checking, savings.
Yeah. Cool.
I think that's it, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we did it.
Do you want to do like an overview of the screens that you designed and like what you designed on the screens?
Yes. Wait, let me just do one last thing.
Oh, so they can drop down or like select from
or
the
like
drop
select,
down?
yeah. Or we can just like do drop down, yeah.
Cool.
All right, I think we're done.
Cool.
Yeah, let's do an overview of everything we did. So, okay, so if you're not signed in already, you would go on here, home, and then it would say like, if it's in the morning, it would say good morning, or if it's at night, it would say, or not good night, but like good evening, and you can sign in, and then over here, what's gonna be here is like a fingerprint icon, so that you can like, if you already set like, you know, they do that like, use your touch ID, and then over here is to sign in, and then options to like, if you don't have an account, oh, actually, I missed something. We're gonna add like forgot password.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's important. I feel like I always forget my passwords, but I have an iPhone 10 and I use like Face ID to like sign in, and I really
cool.
like that it prevents me from having to remember a lot of passwords.
Do you have like 20 passwords too? Because I do.
I have like a few like go-to passwords, but some of them you have to have like an exclamation point or like
different variations
weird.
of
And I just can't remember like which one I used and with like which username or email. So I just like to use my face because that won't change. So just look at my phone and it'll open the apps, which is really helpful.
Does it scan your eye, or what does it do? Like your entire
it just
face?
like, yeah. So when you like get it, you have to like move your face around, and then there's like a lot of little like red dot. I don't know. You like can't see it, but I don't know how the technology works. But it like maps out like the shape of your face, and then it like open, or I don't know, it just like works. And I wear glasses and contacts, but when I have my glasses on, it still works. So it's really cool that it's not like confused by glasses.
It's getting smarter, you know? Yeah.
So it's also kind of scary, but pretty cool.
Like, because not only do they have your bank info, but also your face.
Yeah.
And everything about you.
Yeah. Yes. But yeah. Do you want to continue with like the rest of the
screens? Let's
we have
explain
like 2
them.
minutes
So,
left.
okay, so now view more password, actually. Forgot password. Okay, so yeah, so that's basically it for this screen. Just like different options below the sign in, just open an account, quick view, like quick view your balance, like just to see without signing in, and then just apply for. It's pretty explanatory, just like different options, and then the dashboard. When you sign in, it would go to a dashboard where it would say welcome Melody, and it would say primary account, your like how much money you have in it, and then like you can search the dashboard if like if like maybe like there's not enough here to have like a search option, but it is like a minimum viable product. So in like a more developed app, you would have like 20 different things probably, so you could search it.
Nice.
And yeah, just like all your cash, like what you have on hand, and then the different things related to your finances. And then primary checking, you would have just like the recent transactions, how much you have in it, and then you would click on this if you're interested in like seeing an overview of like your like how you did this month or this year, your income, how much you spent, and then these are those screens, the expenses and income. And then move money. It's like transfer or like Venmo, like kind of like that, how you can like send to your friends, like quick send. And then your cards, your credit cards, and like the transactions. When you swipe to a new card, it would have like the transactions based on those cards. And deposit checks. And that's it, yeah. That's all the screens, 8 screens.
Cool.
And we did it. We finished all of it tomorrow.
All of them done.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow you're gonna do like visual design.
Visual
stuff,
design,
right?
yeah, the colors, the look and feel stuff.
Nice, I'm
So it's
excited
the fun,
for that.
fun part.
Yeah. Yay. Thank you to everyone in the chat for joining us and for all your great app idea suggestions and all your great questions also. So thank you. And then thank you to Arsha for joining us for the first day.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. And I'm excited for tomorrow. We will be back at 12 p.m. Pacific time to do day 2 of our Adobe Live session. Yay. So we'll see you all tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.